All right, so next we're going to talk about One Piece 1073, No Way Out, a hellish scene on Onigashima. Kaido's castle is almost completely burnt to the ground, but it's in the air, so it can't burn to the ground. I don't know how that would, what we would call that, burnt to the clouds, burnt to the floor. And the Raiders have nowhere else to go. But good old Raizo is coming in with a very unexpected solution, if you haven't read the manga, up his sleeve.
If you haven't read the manga, thanks, man.
Got you. Threw that in there for Bass because we're still trying to get him to read One Piece.
You know, I started it actually, and like I got to chapter like 40 something. I was like, I don't have time for this in my life.
Hey man,
I was having a good time though.
Oh, it's great. I haven't gone back and read all of it yet, but I just picked up where the manga or where the anime left off right before Gear 5 last year because I was like, I'm not waiting.
I feel like that's cheating.
Dude, I would have spoiled everything, and I didn't want that to happen.
Oh, okay.
I was like literally not logging into Twitter on Thursdays because that's when the scans dropped. I would literally hold off and wait to read it and then go on Twitter. Fucking tough out in these streets.
It really is, man.
But yeah, so Kaido is still happy to see that Luffy is impotent. You know, we're kind of getting into his awakening and how that functions. And Kaido again says, you know, when your mind and body catch up to your power, that's when you awaken. So we're seeing that, you know, they do a little boxing, nothing crazy. The animation on this episode was kind of like the B tier, C tier squad. Like they didn't go too heavy on it because they knew there's a lot of stuff outside of the big fight.
Yes.
So we got some really Looney Tunes ass shit going on, but it wasn't the main focus of this episode. Which, you know, I thought this episode was needed because how the whole castle's been on fire for about 15 episodes now, 20 episodes.
Yeah, something like that.
So
actually.
Yeah, we kind of had to figure that one out.
Yeah, it's kind of important. I did like that the Kaido kind of put some words to how awakening's happening. You know, when your mind and body catch up to your power. So it's pretty much your fruit just waiting for you to level the fuck up.
Pretty much.
That was a good little bit of lore that I learned right there. I know that these boys are a little bit ahead of me because of the manga, but I learned something today. Well, yesterday, I should say.
We also learned that Kaido is kind of pissed off right now, you know? He lost his subordinates. We got flashbacks of seeing Jack, Queen, and King all defeated. Which, you know, that's your big three. That's going to piss you off. That's the disasters. I mean, those guys are all terrifying.
Yeah.
And he's also pretty pissed off that his house is being destroyed right now, which I can't really blame him there either.
No, like, man, like, what did he say? It took him like 5 or something years to build that place. I mean, imagine if you were trying to have a party with your boys and this group of jackasses just walks in and starts beating the shit out of everybody and lights your house on fire. Yeah, you'd be a little mad.
100%. Not what you're looking for on a party day, you know?
No. Bro, I'm just trying to have a banquet. Chill.
But Luffy comes in and he says he has more to take from Kaido, and that is some cold ass shit. You've taken pretty much everything but the man's life. You got one thing left to do. I mean, not looking good for Kaido here based on that, you know?
I didn't even take it like that. I thought he was just talking about like Wano. You talking about my man's life?
That's what I mean, he obviously wants to save Wano too, but the only way to do that is to take down the big dog.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
But Kaido, you know, comes in after that. He's trying to play some mind games. He's saying, you know, all your friends, this whole rebellion is gonna burn. And Luffy just being Luffy, you know, he's always trusted his crew. He's always trusted his friends. He's like, nah, dog, they got it. And then he starts running around like the goddamn Roadrunner. Looks like Sonic the Hedgehog back in the old cartoons.
Dude, that shit I actually really enjoyed that. Because I always loved the Coyote and the Roadrunner, like Looney Tunes episodes. It's pretty much a gag. It's like they have one bit, but I've always enjoyed it my entire life. So it was cool to see that.
I'm just waiting for Kaido to run into a painted on tunnel, dude.
Oh, that'd be phenomenal. Oda, where you at, bro?
Yeah. Go rewrite the chapters. I want to see this.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that.
I want to see him flatten like a pancake and then sit up with the birds going and the birds and the stars going around his head.
Yes, we've seen the stars. No birds yet. No
we
Tweety birds.
have seen the stars. But so we head down into Onigashima. Chopper meets up with Nami, Otama, and Zeus. We get a round robin of, basically the whole crew, a bunch of the samurai trying to escape the fire. We see Beppo and the Heart Pirates running. And poor Beppo, dude, being a polar bear in a burning castle cannot be easy. You got a lot of fur. That's got to be a little hot in there.
Yeah, bro was about to pat. Well, he was pretty much passed out.
he couldn't even function.
Yeah, he's like, I hate the heat. I was like, I didn't really think about that. Like, I remember you and Tyler talked about how the Fishman should be debuffed from, like fighting in the middle of a fire. But Beppo, holy smokes, get that man to one of the poles at ASAP, bro. This is like a husky in Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. And you got to remember, I mean, Beppo doesn't have a lot of chops to start. I mean, the only fishman on the island right now is Jinbei. And I mean, that's the son of the fucking sea, dude.
What is old Kappa boy? Like the retainer dude. Is he like what is he? What is a Kappa?
A Kappa is a mythological Japanese fish human hybrid creature that lives in ponds.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought he was a fishman. Loki.
Oh, maybe he's a fish man, but that's what Kappa is.
Yeah, I thought I can't remember what the flashback. This was so long ago that the flashback, maybe like a year plus, where got the flashback with old Kappa boy and his mom saying, like, just call yourself a Kappa. But I think he's a fish man, but we haven't seen him in a while either. So
you were correct. He is a puffer fish man.
Let's go.
Who is a sumo wrestler?
What?
That's what the Wikipedia is saying.
Is a sumo wrestler.
The One Piece wiki's calling him a sumo wrestler.
Hey, that's dope though.
Hey man, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's super cool.
But yeah, so from there we see Beppo down bad, really not enjoying the heat. Beppo does not want to go to Florida right now. It's too hot. But then we go over to Robin and Brooke, and Robin comes in with a pretty good one-liner. I was laughing. She said she didn't want to end up like Brooke.
I love her sense of humor. It's just like so dry and like dark,
dude.
And like if you're not like paying attention to because she always says it like really flat. Like if you're not paying attention, like it just like you miss it. Really love that. Glad she's getting some zingers in.
Yeah, so we see them. We see Sanji with the geisha, or as us cultured folks would call them, the ladies of the night.
That's what I call them.
We see Apu and the number. I don't remember which number it is, but like the number's trying to punch through the walls and he doesn't like his hands being on fire. We see Usopp, Kinemon, and Kiko on the draft, dude. Usopp being big, strong, brave warrior here, tries to put out the fires with one of his little special green stars.
That was cute. I gotta say that was. I thought he was actually gonna do something, but I should have known better because it's Usopp, and it was pretty much just like a garden sprinkler.
And you got to think Usopp too. All his abilities revolve around plants.
Yes.
And you know what doesn't do well in a raging inferno?
Plants.
Anything made out of plants.
Yeah, I really thought he was gonna do a little something, but like the little small garden sprinkler, like it wouldn't even be able to hit, my parents' whole lawn. And like, why even pull that out? Like, put that little shit up. And I think the giraffe dude, I don't know that guy's name. He actually says like, that's what they call a drop in the bucket there, bud.
Hey man, glad to see you stop trying.
Trying.
That's all he does.
Yes, I guess.
And then the last group we see Frankie carrying Zoro and his bros, the other Beast Pirates that got turned over with Otama's power, following him. But like, yeah, so we just kind of get a look into where the rest of the crew is right now, where some of the samurai are, and it's just kind of good to catch up a little bit, I guess. I'm glad they didn't draw it out too long with that. Like they kind of just bounced around. I felt like the pacing there was good. It wasn't like they didn't make that take an entire episode, so thank God on that.
Right. We hit like 6 to 8 different groups in the matter of less than 20 minutes here. It was an important thing to do. Like you have to keep up with everybody throughout telling your story, but like we know what we want to get back to, and it's that main fight. But yeah, they're obviously, like you said at the beginning of this segment, was the whole place is on fire. It's about to burn down completely. That's important to you got to cover that. There's just no way around it. So it was a good that they did it, got it out of the way.
Yeah, so after that, we kind of get Raizo and Jinbei met up. And I mean, that could be a dream team. That could be a good team right there. So we get a little flashback with Raizo, and it's kind of goes back to when, Odin's castle was being burnt down, and they were like desperately looking for Momonosuke and his mother, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But so they're looking for them, and Rise was just in there like, I wish I had a way to put out this fire. I could save people. And we get another. It kind of the flashback shifts over to when he was on Zoe, and old Zunisha here is doing her big "Make It Rain, I'm gonna wash my back" little spiel she's got going on, and she just blows a bunch of water up onto the island, and that gets Rise thinking, oh, like, if I'm ever in that situation again, do you mind if I take a little bit of this water? I'm going to seal it up in a scroll just so I have it in my back pocket.
And I'm like, of course you can. The whole place is flooding. Take some fucking water, asshole.
Yeah, dude. Dogstorm's like,
yeah, please, actually.
She's going to do this tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Or he. I don't remember. Zanisha's a male elephant, right?
Yeah. Zanisha's a man. An old man. But I didn't really think about this into this episode, but like Big Mom is like dead, I think. The fuck is Zeus still doing around?
So if you think about it, Zeus is essentially a separate living being who was given a piece of Big Mom's soul.
Okay, so he functions outside of her life force now. Okay.
Yeah. Her life force was taken and given to a cloud. So I'm sure if you go back to Whole Cake Island, there's still a bunch of scary ass looking dancing trees running around right now.
They're still vibing over there. Okay.
Big Mom is always with us.
Oh God. But yeah, I just had to call that out because, like, I mean, like if a devil fruit person gets knocked out or defeated in some way, like whatever they've done is undone. But yeah, this makes sense in this case because she literally gave them a piece of her life force or her soul or whatever, and they get to function on their own. It makes sense.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, so based on Raizo's little flashback right there, he now has a scroll with a fuck ton of water in it, a metric fuck ton of water in it. And like I mentioned, who better to team up with than the first son of the sea, Jinbei, who can throw water around like it's his fucking job. So Raizo floods the floor with all this ocean water from Zoe, and Jinbei basically just is like overshoulder current water throw, whatever he calls it, and he just starts throwing water through this building and put out all these fires.
Yeah, it's dope, and it worked out well because they're on the 4th floor, which I think is either the top or the second to top floor. So all the water's rushing down and to everybody else. And I would like to correct you here, Dan. Can't play with Jinbei's name here. It's Fish Heart Man Jiu-Jitsu Ocean Current Shoulder Throw. My boy.
Ocean Current. There we go.
Yeah. And even Jinbei is like surprised about the volume of water that came out of this scroll. He's like, this is enormous. What the fuck? And Zoe's really, he packs that punch on his back. But yeah, I thought this was a really cool moment between these two. That's a really great interaction, and I love that they, whenever something like traumatic happens to you, you usually try to go out of your way to make sure that doesn't happen again. So it was very natural that Raizo did this, and he was in the right place to do it. So it doesn't feel like an ass pull, like it at all, because it's not. But like it just seems very natural that he would have this ready to go, and they explain that to you very, very well. This was a MVP worthy performance from Raizo. Not gonna lie though, that was so clutch. People were about to start dying, and he just really just clutched up.
Oh, definitely, dude. I don't know if he's the MVP of the Scabbards, because Ashura Doji went out and saved all their lives at that moment with the explosion that he dove on.
True.
But, you know, I think that just has a little more bearing for me right there. But Raizo coming out, he is definitely the MVP of the late game.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I'm not saying he's gonna get the MVP. It's MVP worthy. You know, if this was the NBA, he gets some votes.
He's in the conversation.
Boy would get some votes.
He's in the conversation.
I'm over here wilding with Dan tonight. I'm enjoying this.
He's in the conversation.
He's not gonna let me have it. We can move on.
Dude, don't ever disrespect my boy Ashura, dude.
Bro, I'm not disrespecting him. He can be in the he can get some votes too. There's plenty votes. Damn.
I think Izzo's got to get some votes too. He went out with a blaze of glory too. Man.
Obviously, yes. You know, there's a lot of people who can be in the conversation. A lot of people.
You know, it's one of those things where getting it I can't even pronounce the word, posthumously after you die.
Postmortally? I don't know what
it's I can't pronounce. It's like posh. It's just like the way the letters go.
Oh, okay.
Posthumously. I don't know, something like that. Someone's gonna come and discredit like, Dan, you're a fucking idiot. Learn to pronounce your words. But you know,
posthumous. It's literally called posthumous. Posthumous. Wow, I can't. I'm looking at it. I can't say it.
It's just hard to pronounce, man.
Okay.
Posthumously.
Yeah.
When you die, you just get more votes. That's just how it operates. You know, that's just how the world works.
That's fair. I mean, but my boy Raizo did like literally hold out, and he was on fire. I mean,
he's definitely in the conversation,
bro. Like he told old earlobe boy to hold his cojones, bro. Like, yeah, he's on. Raizo's on one right now. He's really is on one. I
think, you know, it's kind of overshadowing how much of like a little bitch Kinemon's been.
Kinemon, it is overshadowing how big of a bitch Kinemon has been. I'm trying to think of something like crazy that he's done, and he's like
he came in heavy with the 2-sword attack against Kaido.
I mean, he was trying to box. He was trying to.
He left a scratch on him. You know, that's pretty impressive.
He did, but didn't Zora open it first?
Details.
He doesn't get any MVP votes.
Oh, good old Foxfire. Sorry, bro.
He's strong, but he ain't that strong.
I feel like now we gotta do the MVP voting for Wano.
Dude, that'd be a great poll to do.
We gotta do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. That sounds fucking great.
We got a few more episodes and we'll figure that out.
Oh yeah. Very cool. But yeah, after this, get back to the plot of the episode. Yamato, we go back to Yamato and Momo, and you know, Yamato she says out loud that Kaido is reaching his limit. And this is the first we've actually heard anybody say anything like this. We know Kaido's wearing down. Like we can see, you know, he's getting punched and blood's coming out of his face, but Yamato knows he does not have much gas left in the tank, which I think is we've assumed, but it's crazy to hear somebody actually say that about the strongest creature on Earth. And Momo, still being a little bitch, is like, you know, I still can't hold up this island by myself. It's impossible, quote unquote. And Yamato's really trying to get homeboy's spirits up, but it's same old Momo. I think he's 20 years older now in body, but it's same old Momo in the mind. Very unfortunate to see, really. I was hoping I could like him more from when we started this podcast, but he really has still just disappointed me overall.
Hey, man, like I said last time we had this conversation, he's got the mind of a 9-year-old. Give him some fucking credit here.
You know, other 9-year-olds in this universe. Odin was fucking killing bears. Luffy wasn't no bitch, but that's Luffy. We'll give him that.
I mean, Momo was pampered, dude. He had parents who didn't just like. He wasn't thrown in the woods by his grandfather. You know, like he had a pretty good upbringing. He's kind of just a normal kid.
Bitch made. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you.
But yeah, no, I don't like him. I just don't like him. He looks cool now, at least.
Just wait till you see him when he's out of dragon form, dude. He goes fucking tough.
Okay, all right, that's gonna be cool, actually. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
well, the episode ends with we're going back to Luffy and Kaido, and Luffy jumps up in the sky and grabs some lightning, which is bonkers. My man's grabbing plasma out of the sky now, and he's readying an attack for Kaido. And Kaido's smiling, grimacing, and we're getting another volley. That's where the episode left off.
I'm really hoping that since the next episode is going to be very action packed,
Mhm.
they reanimate that scene.
They're gonna
Because
run it back, yeah.
but normally when they run it back, they don't reanimate it. They just take it from the last episode. But that panel in the manga went 10 times fucking harder.
Okay.
Like they had like Luffy's face, like the shadows on Luffy's face made him look fucking menacing.
All
And
right.
they didn't carry over the mood to the anime, I guess.
He did look very goofy. He did look very, very goofy in this moment. Really unfortunate. I did not know that he looked like a fucking menace. I would love to see Luffy look like a menace in his Gear 5. Because we've just seen Clown Show Luffy. Which I'm not saying is bad, but I'd like to see a little bit different of a mood out of him.
Yeah, I just sent you the picture so you can take a look at it.
Oh, I'm fucking with that.
Yeah, no, that shit goes hard. Way harder than it did.
Holy shit.
Way fucking harder than it did. Like, you see what I'm saying?
They can do a little bit
out
more.
there.
Yeah. They can do a little bit more. Hopefully they do reanimate that. But I mean, we know how One Piece works at this point. It's about 4 minutes of recap before they get back to new shit. But we can only hope. We will see. We will see.
Yeah, it felt like kind of a tough episode to watch. I'm not going to lie, just because the last couple have been absolute heaters with some of like the best animation staffs you'll ever see in anime, like teaming up.
Yeah.
And just remembering this chapter, I knew this was kind of not, I don't want to say a dud, like it was a good episode, but it just wasn't on the same level they have been lately. So I'm excited for the next episode.
It felt like a letdown without it actually being bad. You know?
Yeah, it's just tough when you got to follow up those last two, you know?
The C team gets subbed and it's like, yo, what you want me to do with this? You want me to follow that up? But awesome,
you could try.
Do your job.